شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, I speak to you tonight for a few minutes. I'm very inspired by all of the speakers tonight, all of them. May Allah bless them. They had an impact on me. When I was in the 3rd grade, they taught us a song I never forgot. Would you like for me to sing it for you now? It's not going to happen. But the song went something like this. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Someone once said that the most important knowledge you can have is the knowledge of yourself. While I do agree that the knowledge of self is important, but the most important knowledge you can ever have is the knowledge of Allah. Martin Luther King Jr. said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? I like to tweak it a little bit. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for yourself by serving others? Whatever good you spend is for yourself. Sheikh Khalid Latif is probably the only one here who knows what university I went to. Who can tell me what university I went to? Anyone? No idea? I'm trying to Google it right now. Sheikh Khalid, what university did I go to? New York University, where he is now. But he probably doesn't know what my major was. He probably had no idea what my major was. Do you? I didn't think so. My major was mathematics. I was a math major. For me, fun was getting a difficult math problem and trying to solve it. I studied advanced calculus and trigonometry and geometry, all of that, statistics. But when I became a Muslim, I learned a new mathematics. Ordinarily, 1 plus 1 equals 2. You did good. 2 minus 1 equals 1. But when I became a Muslim, I learned some strange mathematics. And you know what? I found out what Allah said and what the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said was true. And here's my evidence. In the next few minutes, we're going to try to raise $200,000 for this project. I think we can do it. Listen to what the Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man naqasa mal 'abdin min sadaqa. Wealth is never decreased by giving sadaqah. Imam, you telling us that we're going to try to raise $200,000 and that's not going to take from our wealth? That's exactly what I'm saying. Let me give you the proof, and here's the proof. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, يقول ابن آدم مالي مالي. The children of Adam, that's us. الناس كلهم بنو آدم وآدم من تراب Mankind, all of them are the children of Adam, and Adam was created from the dust. And we all say, my house, my jewelry, my shoes, my this and my that. And the prophet said, really? He said, what belongs to you is what you eat and consume. What you dress and wear out, and what you send in sadaqah. Huh? What you send in sadaqah, that's yours. Here's a proof. I have on this card 5 people. Some of you may recognize 1, 2 of the names, maybe none of the names. But I'm going to tell you something about these 5 people. These 5 people have died within the last year. Number 1, Alexander Stanos. He died with $2,400,000,000. Robert McNair died within the last year, $3,800,000,000. H. Ross Perot died $4,200,000,000. Paul Allen died $20,300,000,000. David Koch died $53,500,000,000. Each one of these 5, Fortune 400, which mean the richest Americans. I'm sure they were saying, my wealth, my wealth. Sisters, I'm going to ask you a question. Sisters, don't get mad at me. I love you. How many sisters here tonight have more than 2 pairs of shoes? Raise your hand. That's good. That's good. How many of you have more than 5 pairs of shoes? Raise your hand. You better tell the truth. How many of you have more than 10 pairs of shoes? Right? You might as well just leave your hand up. You see where this is going, right? One more question, one more. How many of you have more than 20 pairs of shoes? Raise your hand. Come on, you can tell me. Huh? Huh? Where are you? Good, okay, good. It's okay. The reason that I asked the question is that the average American woman have more than 20 pairs of shoes. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. That's not my point. What person is known in the world having the most pairs of shoes? Who? Imelda Marcos from Philippines. When she left the Philippines and came to the United States, she didn't die. But she left this in the palace when she went for asylum. Listen to what she left behind. 15 mink coats, 508 gowns, 888 handbags, and 3,000 shoes. I'm sure she was saying, my mink coat, my bags, my gowns, my shoes. Just like that, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I intended tonight to give $1,000. But once I heard these youngsters speaking, I changed it to $5,000. 1,000 for each one. I can afford to do that. I don't have it now, but inshallah I'm going to get it because I always donate to Helping Hand Relief and Development. You have no idea who Allah is. No idea. Tell me, how come a man, in another narration, a prostitute, gave water to a dog once, had one moment, water in a shoe, give water to a dog, and Allah forgave him and her their sins. And one narration said, put them in Jannah. Not a human being, not a believer, not a Muslim, but a dog, and Allah forgave them. If Allah gives forgiveness for one person who gave water one time to a dog, what will Allah give for us? When we take care of the orphans, I think I never underestimate the generosity and the ability of the Muslims. For instance, I want to ask you a question. You ever heard of Las Vegas? Have you ever been there? Good. Would you like to say that publicly? Okay. They say what happens in Vegas? Stays in Vegas. Well, I've been to Las Vegas too many times. But probably you don't know that there are a lot of masjids in Las Vegas. And the next time you go to Las Vegas, I want you to visit a masjid called Masjid Ibrahim. Masjid Ibrahim in Las Vegas. You know why it's so special? Because there was a woman pharmacist named Hasibullah. Husband had died. She made a lot of money. She invested it. And she said, I want to build a masjid in Las Vegas, and I don't want to have no fundraisers. So she went in her own pocket and paid $3 million to build a masjid in Las Vegas. I went to South Africa last year. Any of you been to South Africa? I was in Johannesburg. Prayed in the biggest masjid in Johannesburg. 6,000 worshipers, a clinic, a market, a school. And that masjid cost $60 million. And that masjid in Johannesburg, that large masjid was built by one man. They call him Uncle Ali from Turkey. Uncle Ali paid $60 million for that masjid. People like that. You have it in the Ummah. And you know why? You know why they have it? Allah gave it to them. And spend out of what we have provided for you. I know what you're saying. No, Imam, you got it wrong. I went to school. I studied hard. I worked hard. And Allah gave me the wealth. That's true. But let me tell you a secret. There are a lot of people around the earth work harder than you, but they don't have it. Allah gave it to you. I think there's one of you, two of you, or three of you, I will not underestimate you, who have the ability to give $40,000. I'm doing this quickly. You got to jump on it. I think 1, 2, or 3 of you can do $40,000. I give you 3 seconds to think about it. 1, 2, 3. Anyone who wants to spend الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ, those who spend in ease and difficulty. We got it pretty good. Where's Ali at? Ali, come here for a second. I love Ali, man. I love you, man. I'll ask you a question. If you get it right, I'm gonna give you $1,000 out of Imam Khalid's pocket. Listen, you eat, right? You like food? Okay. I want you to look at this audience and tell them approximately how many pounds of food does an average American eat every year? How many pounds of food does the average American eat every year?
1,500.
That's really good. Are you married?
No, no.
Okay. Well, Allah bless you. Get out of here. Actually, you did pretty good. The average American eats 1,996 pounds of food a year, almost a ton of food. While there are people that are dying, can't afford to eat. Who would give $40,000? Anyone? They spend in public and in private. Like, have you one more chance? All right. The next category, a package of $20,000. And brothers and sisters, you're blessed. And I want to say this to you. All the years that you have given, some of you I recognize, you give over and over again. But I don't want you to ever be satisfied to think that you did enough. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, when he died, how much did he have left? What did he have left? His sword, his donkey, and some land that he gave in charity. My wealth, my wealth. How many of you are blessed to have your own house? Raise your hand. For sure. For sure, one day, 2 houses. For sure, one day, that house won't be yours. Those shoes won't be yours. The jewelry won't be yours. 20,000. How many? Somebody started out, one brother or sister, a community. Who started out? Say, man, Allah bless me. Allah has given me, and I want to give back. I'll ask you a question. Ali, I'm going to ask you a question. Give you a chance. Ali, what's the biggest animal known to man? If you get it right, we get your wife. Don't ask the chef. Your life, okay, that's fair, okay. What's the largest animal known to man? Blue whale. The blue whale. 100 feet long, weighing 200 tons, with a tongue the size of an elephant and the heart the size of an automobile. Living to be 90 years old. And so listen to what Allah says. وَمَا مِن دَابَةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا اللَّهُ رِزْقُهَا. And there is not an animal on earth except Allah has taken upon himself to give it a substance. And Ali, does the blue whale eat? You bet. Every day. And what does the blue whale eat? They eat a shrimp-like animal called krill. And how many krill do they eat a day? They eat 40 million krill a day, weighing 4 tons. And they eat every day. Who feeds them? Who is it that feeds them? Allah. Then what about that person, those people who die of starvation? Allah is dependent upon us to see what we're going to do. We'll give $20,000. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you, the best of this life and the best of the hereafter. Say Ameen. What? You got one. You got one brother, mashallah, $20,000. But there's more. Has to be, in my estimation, at least 5 of you. Say, you know what? Allah bless me. I got it. Who would do $20,000 for these orphans? Would you bear witness from reading the Quran and Sunnah that every once in a while the people in Jannah will talk to the people of the hellfire? You ever see that? You ever see that in the Quran? So the people in Jannah will look down and say, why you in the hellfire? I was not those who used to make prayer. And I was not those who fed the poor. We have an obligation. Allah's testing us. He wants to see. He wants to see if we're going to take our wealth and spend it on ourselves and don't spend it on those who need it. We'll do 20,000. We got one. Somebody has to match my brother. Anyone? Fi sabilillah. Alhamdulillah. I don't worry about these things, brothers and sisters. You know, we ask, somebody want to do it private, it's okay, just give me a heads up. Okay. If you're gonna make me go down, you're gonna make me go down to $10,000. You're gonna make me go down to $10,000. I want 10, at least 10 people to say, you know what, God bless me, I got it. I want to spend it in the way of Allah. I count to 3, and you raise your hand and tell me you make a commitment for $10,000. You can pay it tonight, or you can pay it over the year. 1, 2, 3. MashaAllah. 1. Sister, your hand is up. Sister. Your hand up? Oh, okay. I saw one there. Yes. May Allah bless you, the best of this life and the best of the hereafter. Say Ameen. Wahi, we got 1. I want more. I'm letting you know, I ain't going for 1 now. No 10,000, no. No, I need some 10,000s. Who else? $10,000, what Allah has given you to help those poor, suffering people in Syria. Give them a home. You have no idea, brothers and sisters, what it does for them when we come and we help. Yes, they love it. 10,000. You know, sisters, you know what they call this year? They call it the year of the women. Women, powerful women, yes, the women in politics, the women in government, women, this, business women, women. Good, I like it, love it. By the way, I'm from New York City, did you know that? Years ago, I witnessed the first African-American mayor of the city of New York named David Dinkins. And he invited me to his house for dinner. And he shared a story with us. After he became mayor, he said to his wife, Joyce, that they've been married 30 years. Joyce, aren't you honored and happy that you married me, the first African-American mayor of the city of New York, rather than